Hello and welcome to a special Sunday edition of the Ace and Hole podcast. I uploaded something yesterday, might be deleted by the time this goes up, because I just completely retracted my entire statement. But this is also kind of different from our normal show, as you'll soon find out. So I think I'll keep it up there. I don't know. It's all personal preference, but I'm Austin. Joined with me today is Eli, not Cliff. We were hoping to get Cliff, but since he's a manager of where he works at, someone called off and he had to cover for him, so he's going to be there all day. So we're running a two-man show tonight, whenever you're listening to this. Evening for us as of now.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just me and Eli today. Finally got Eli's mic figured out, so hopefully you guys can actually hear him now instead of
I don't have to have it right on my mouth.
Yeah. Eli, how are we feeling today on this Sunday?
I'm feeling a lot better now that I got my
yesterday.
Yeah. Feeling a lot better. I got some sleep finally. Don't have as much stress right now. It's feeling good. Got my microphone working a little bit better. It's things are working a little bit better today.
Yeah, yesterday was a busy day for both of us. If you watch the episode I put out last night when I was half asleep, I said I went and worked a football game over in Ohio. His sister got married yesterday, so very eventful day for the two of us.
I DJ'd a wedding reception.
He did DJ a wedding. I technical directed an entire football broadcast. So it was quite the day yesterday for both of us. But today we're coming back. Something a little different. We were sitting there. We were like, well, we want to push out some type of content. Don't really know what we want it to be. And so we came up with the idea. We're kind of sitting here throwing stuff back and forth. And we're going to have our own brand drafts. So one of us is... We both have our respective brands, per se. So, like, I'll be one brand and he'll be one brand. And the rules for this draft are as follows. If I don't explain anything now, I'm sure it'll come up at some point. But everyone is fair game besides part-timers and returns. So, like, you can't bank on CM Punk returning and waste a fucking draft pick on that. It's all active roster as well as NXT. So Raw, SmackDown, and NXT are all on the table. We aren't drafting like any like commentary teams or any like Adam Pearce's or anything like that. The biggest thing is the Bloodline is they aren't going anywhere since they hold both major titles as well as both tag team titles. You can't really draft one of them and have them exclusively to your show since both shows technically need them. So, no double show people, really. So, Roman Reigns and the Usos are off the table, as well as Paul Heyman, because Heyman will just go with them. But as far as Bloodline's concerned, Solo and Sammy are up for grabs, as well as the minor titles and the women's titles. When you draft them, their title goes with them. So, like, if I were to draft Bianca, her title would go with me. The only exception to that rule is the NXT titles don't carry over. So, like, say one of us picks Braun Breaker, he doesn't get to take the title with him to Raw or SmackDown. That just makes no sense. So, I mean, as far as that goes, I think I covered all the rules pretty easy. We're doing 15 rounds. One pick each round. Tag teams can be both of them or one of them if you just want one of them. So if you want like one of the Good Brothers, you can take one of the Good Brothers. Factions don't count either. You can't pick like all of Damage Control. You can either have the tag team of Damage Control or Bayley. You can't bring up the entire D'Angelo family from NXT. Or you can't draft the Wyatt Six without knowing who the Wyatt Six is. So...
I gotta scrap some of my picks.
Did I miss any rules?
No, I think you hit them all.
I'm sure, like I said, were you gonna pick the entire D'Angelo family?
I was gonna try sliding it in.
No, I'm not letting that slide.
Ugh.
So we did a pre-show coin flip. I won. I got heads, so I will be opening the draft. The Ace in the Hole podcast draft is officially open, and with my first pick of the draft, I'm going with the man. No, not Becky Lynch. The man's husband, Seth freaking Rollins. I'm
The guy
taking
you
that
couldn't.
US.
You couldn't even find him on the website, and now you're taking him as your first pick?
Well, maybe that was the reason I was trying to find him.
Well, if that's how we're going,
So
then I can't...
Seth Rollins is bringing the U.S. title over to my brand.
See, now the issue is you have a title already. You have a very interesting superstar in Seth Rollins. I have to get a title on my brand now, if we're going to start with that. I was going to pick somebody from the NXT roster instead, say, hey, they're going to get a head start. Instead, I'm going to go with the Intercontinental Champion from SmackDown coming to my brand, the IC Champion, Gunther. The man that can chop your chest in.
You know, honestly, I'm surprised you didn't pick Gargano regardlessly.
I was thinking about it. I had him and another guy lined up.
All right, so two mid-card men's titles are off the board, so it only makes sense to follow the I had the word, I lost it. I completely lost it. I don't know what word I was gonna say. Just follow the.
I don't even know what you're trying to think of. So
yeah, it was gonna be super smart. Make me sound really good. We're gonna keep following the trend, and I'm going to take Bianca Belair,
who is the Raw Women's Champion. But
yeah.
See, I don't like the SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't wanna.
I'll take her if you leave her up there. If you leave her up there, she's coming over.
I'm gonna do something different. No. I'll leave her up there. I'm gonna leave her up there. My second overall pick. Don't make fun of me here. Don't laugh. Don't scoff. Don't guffaw.
Bro. Don't say Gargano.
I'm gonna grab. No. I'm not gonna say Gargano. I'm gonna say the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae. And you're gonna see why here in a second. Your picture is paused, but I can hear a lot of movement. So
You're
my second pick.
Really bad, but that's probably because it knows how bad of a pick that was. That was a terrible pick.
Candice LeRae is alright. There's nothing wrong with Candice LeRae, man. She can move around the ring perfectly.
You know what's crazy? I know exactly where you're going with it.
What?
And I might have to stop you. I might have to stop you here.
Where am I going with this, Austin?
I've got a lot of ideas.
I got my pick.
Got a lot of ideas swirling around in my brain here. But oh man. I know we still got a lot of big names out there. A lot of big names on the board, but I don't know what's considered a reach here. That's the problem. I'm going to take someone that is the hottest thing going right now in WWE. Ratings are going to be on my show because I'm drafting this person. He's bringing Uncle Howdy with him. It's Bray Wyatt.
Ooh.
I think that's a smart pick here.
That's not a bad pick. I'm going talent with my first two picks. Thank you very much.
Same. Bray Wyatt doesn't have talent?
I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. You're going ratings. I'm going specifically for talent.
You better watch your tongue, boy.
Talent. What's more talented than a military man, an amateur athlete, an amateur wrestler, an all-around beast, like the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Fair. I mean, Bobby Lashley, that's a good pick. Former WWE champion.
U.S. champion, ECW champion, and a Continental champion. I think the only thing he hasn't done is tag team.
As much as I want to grab the other women's champion, I'm not going to. Because I already got my women's champion. And yeah, I feel like you're wasting picks here. Candice LeRae at 2? Terrible pick. I am going to take the man who is the odds-on favorite right now to dethrone Roman Reigns. I'm not talking about The Rock. I'm talking about Cody Rhodes. The other hottest thing that was going in WWE before he tore his pec. I wasn't going to draft anyone with injuries, but Cody Rhodes is, like, he wrestled through the injury. So he'll be back. That's the only reason I excluded Logan Paul from the draft is because who knows when he'll be back. Cody Rhodes is going to be back as fast as possible. I'm taking Cody Rhodes.
Not a bad pick. Honestly, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, a lot of momentum will still be behind him when he comes back from injury. I'm looking at people trying to gain momentum. What?
That's ratings, baby. Air some vignettes from his house, hype up his return.
Well, I can get some ratings too.
I'm already the A brand. You ain't getting ratings with Candice.
I can get ratings. I don't have to get them off of Candice LeRae. I got to get them off my next pick. Because all the guys love him. Maybe you stick somebody in the wrestling attire of the females, most guys are going to watch them anyways. I'm grabbing the women's tag team champions. Damage Control, which is Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Tag teams are allowed. I am scared about what your next pick is going to be to screw me over.
See,
just let me have this.
The money here would be get Bayley, but you don't have a women's championship for her to go after. So
I'm doing what I'm doing.
So you know what?
What?
Give me the other women's champion. I want you to say your name. Who did I just pick, Eli? You said you weren't high on her. Now she's not on the show. She's on my show.
She is. Do you want me to be brutally honest about it? She's terrible on the mic. She's terrible in the ring. She's a stiff asshole. It's none other than the bitch who's made her name off of Roddy Piper. It's the worst thing ever in professional wrestling today, Ronda Rousey. Was that enough hype up for you? Was that enough hype for you?
I mean, I think so. I mean, I got both women's titles on my show. You have none. The only titles you have are the women's tag titles and the Intercontinental title. And I guess Roman and the other titles, but that's if they want to show up to your little pissant show.
So. Alright. A-hole.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna
literally all the gold.
Okay, but I also have Gunther, Bobby Lashley, who can build an amazing slugfest between each other, who could give Roman, if he decides to show up, a run for his money, along with the next man who got screwed over in his title match against him by a faulty top turnbuckle. I am drafting for my 5th pick Finn Balor.
See, and that's good because I was hoping Just get him away from damage. Don't not damage control. Judgment Day. Don't draft the rest of Judgment Day. Please.
I wasn't. No, I was not.
Good.
No. Like, if I was going to draft anybody from that, they're not going to be a team. It's going to be them themselves. No. I think Cliff's the only one that likes them.
See, I want to start drafting other women. I kind of need to at this point.
You have to. You have 2 women's championships. You took them away from me, but now you got to build up your own brand.
Not when we combine them.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a Roman situation here. You're gonna have a.
No, there's actually just going to be 1 title and not 2. They're actually going to be combined. You don't need 2 titles on 1 brand. That was the whole purpose behind that.
So that technically puts us about at the same amount of championships, right? If you combine it, because that would put us 2-2.
There's a lot more weight behind mine, though.
Oh, well,
let's be honest.
Hey, there's only weight behind it if you're able to tell a good story. If the matches are good.
Story with Bianca Belair.
With Ronda Rousey and Bianca Belair? No! You cannot!
Yes.
Because one will not want to lose to the other, and the other, if you bury her too much, will lose momentum.
Then, possibly, I strike up a trade with you later on. Or I release one of them. I wish them well in their future endeavors. There's still a lot of talent out there. That's the thing, though.
I'm looking through the whole list of everybody, and I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and it's just changing, not only because of your picks, but because I'm seeing names.
I got a tremendous idea.
What's your idea?
We said now, this is a stretch, but I'm taking DIY. Are we counting old tag teams? Because if not, that's completely fine. I'll get another pick. But we're talking 2 of the best in ring that WWE has right now. Gargano just needs some time to get his feet back under him, and Tommaso Ciampa is doing nothing.
So we are allowing old tag teams to be formed.
Are we? That's the question.
I will allow it because it is DIY.
Because if not, I can take another pick. We can move on.
I have no problem with it. Because I want to see DIY back on television.
Okay.
I have no problem with it.
So
I got no problem with it.
DIY. Now, they can stay as a tag team or they can break up. I'll probably keep them as a tag team for a while, honestly, because Johnny needs time to get back and they just need to get momentum. So, DIY is on my roster. Now, there's only one other old tag team that I would even think about drafting.
Well, if we're doing old tag teams, there's one that's heavily forgotten about. And I'm contemplating this so much.
Bros,
I'm going to go with this one.
Dirty dogs.
No. Even better. Mustache Mountain. NXT UK was built on them in the tag team division, along with Pete Dunne. They are renowned in Europe as one of the best tag teams out there. They have proven day in and day out they can be good.
Are they still currently under NXT contract?
Oh, son of a gun. I'm going with my other one, the Broserweights.
Not a bad pick at all.
I forgot that Trent Seven was released.
Yeah,
you are an asshole. You're an asshole. Oh, you ruined all the hype I had going into that. Broserweights. It's Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. because I hate the brawling
See,
boots
that
so
pisses
much.
me off. That pissed me off because I'm a big Riddle.
Johnny Gargano was my next pick. I had him and then Ciampa down the way. You ruined it.
It's okay.
Ah!
This next pick is gonna piss you off.
What?
This is the other team I was thinking of. We're talking about two of the best in ring during the Ruthless Aggression era. We're talking about Rated RKO. We're talking about Randy Orton and Edge.
You're a shithead.
What can I say?
Now, can I say something real quick to the people listening to this? Edge is storyline gone. He is not actually gone. He announced when in Toronto that he will not retire till next year in Toronto. So he is still under WWE contract. He is still a professional wrestler under WWE's flagship. He is there. So Rated RKO is allowed.
As well as Randy Orton. He's just hurt right now. Randy Orton's just hurt. Edge is probably taking some time off. It's all right. We'll bring them both back at the same time. And we got one stacked tag team division already. With DIY and Rated RKO. As well as if Bray Wyatt ever brings the Wyatt 6 in. But that's not why I got Bray Wyatt. I got Bray Wyatt because he's Bray Wyatt. Hottest thing going right now.
So, all right.
Eli, your 7th round pick.
Are we allowed tag teams that were never in WWE, but both wrestlers are in the company?
Since you gave me DIY and Rated RKO, I'll let it happen.
The Coffee Brothers.
Who are...
You don't know the Coffee Bros?
They
are a part of Gallus.
WWE.
They are Mark Coffee and Joe Coffee. They are in NXT.
They still went by that in
yes, they do.
NXT. Okay.
They are under the faction Gallus. I'm not picking up the other dude because I don't. He's a separate entity from this. I want the Coffee Bros in my tag division. I think the Usos and them could have a phenomenal rivalry, especially with the Broserweights on the division now, or in the division now.
Yeah, see, I did not know that they still go by Coffee. I figured when they came in,
I was waiting for it, but
got their shit changed. That's on me. My apologies.
I was waiting for it, but they never did it.
Veer's technically on NXT?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Stop
he
scrolling
came
around
all
people.
that time and then... Well, he came all that time and then he went
yeah,
to
they
NXT.
just... They couldn't do anything with him.
But I'm going to stick with NXT because there's someone on NXT Triple H is high praise for him. And I think I never not listen to Triple H. He said this wrestler could be the next Sasha Banks. Give me Cora Jade.
Honestly, not a bad pick. She has made NXT worth watching.
I'm also a big Cora Jade fan.
The heel turn she has. I did not know that, actually.
She's literally like 20 or 21.
She reminds me of AJ Lee to an extent, along with, and you'll enjoy this praise, a little bit of Paige in it. Not that she's doing good as Soraya. She's not. She's not good.
She came back. She has not done much anything. Kind of lackluster. But
I need to build up my women's tag division.
See, because you've got the women's tag team titles.
Let's see. I have a perfect tag team. I really do. But I can't remember what the name is, so bear with me here. As I go through this. It doesn't even have a name. It doesn't have a name. I want Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark.
Boo.
Hey,
Not good.
I get all the fanboys. All right.
Boo.
Hey, I need something, man.
Not good. Boo.
Hey, shut up. Make your pick then. You screwed me over when you took Johnny.
They had a name.
They don't. I couldn't find
They had
one.
a name. They had like a fan name at one point.
Yeah, well, so do couples on TV shows, and
So
everybody gets shipped with somebody.
I'm gonna stick with NXT. There's still a lot of talent on that main roster, but I'm sticking with NXT because the women's division in NXT goes absolutely crazy, and I need to build up my women's division. So we're gonna pluck another homegrown talent from NXT. Give me Indy Hartwell, baby.
You're an asshole.
No. Actually, give me Index.
Are we allowing that? Is that allowed? He's not
they
under
were
WWE contract.
He's storyline. He isn't. He very clearly is.
Damn it! I'm looking at SmackDown Hotel trying to find it, and he's not, he's on there. All right, I'll give you Index.
Give me Index, baby.
I'll give you Index, and I'll take Karrion Kross.
My fit. That
That's what I was trying to scramble around and look at. That's why I've been looking back and forth. I'm like, okay, I need somebody that's gonna be, because you put him against Gunther or Bobby Lashley or even Finn Balor, and you're gonna have a hell of a match, a hell of a rivalry.
My thing.
I needed
Index. I get it. I get a good character. Dexter Lumis and Bray Wyatt, the character work, ungodly. Not to mention the automatic storyline with Index, coming back and reforming, as well as Indy Hartwell being good in the ring, helps me build up my women's roster, add a little bit of more storylines. I think that was the best pick there. Now going on to you want to make this 20 rounds? I think we can stretch this out to 20 rounds.
I'll do 20 rounds. That's fine with me.
Right, well,
I'm setting up my list. I'm building my list up as we're going, man.
So we've lengthened it out to 20 rounds. Honestly, probably won't add much runtime on it anyway, because I feel like as we get into the later rounds, it's going to be pretty fast moving. But oh my, I'm done with NXT for now. I'll come back to NXT in the later.
No, go back to NXT. Come on.
If the people I want are still there, I'll go back to NXT. But I saw a name just now. Makes me want to grab him. Because it's two really good in-ring and on the mic. It's another tag team. But do I want to get them? Is the question.
I don't know. Do you?
Also, Eli, I would like to say grabbing the rest of Imperium would probably be a good move for you. But that's not who I was talking about. I was talking about the New Day, baby. Give me Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. They've had nothing to do in the last 3 or 4 months. They have something to do.
They have a tag team title match on SmackDown.
That's literally the first thing they've done in months.
Well, you have me moving up my draft board quickly. The fact that you're looking at Imperium scares me, so I'm going to quickly grab Imperium. I'm going to move them around with somebody else I had on my list because, well, that tag team's not worth quickly drafting. This one is. So we're going to move those two names around.
Thought about grabbing Imperium, but Imperium's nothing without Gunther. So
Thanks for that little cash grab for me. I needed that one. I had them, let's see, 1 pick, 2 pick. They would have been 3 picks away.
I definitely would have grabbed him before that.
Yeah, it was. Oof. Okay, yeah, no, thanks for that one.
Okay, looking here, round 11. Now is where, like, these are the picks that matter. Who you get and when. I just had... Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
What?
Give me the best friends. No, not Orange Cassidy and Trent. Give me Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, baby.
Kiss my ass, you bitch.
They're destined to do this forever. And they were a tag team. You can't tell me they weren't. They've been a tag team throughout their entire careers.
Yeah, and you just took away somebody from my picks, so... Gosh darn it, dude. Alright, Brock Lesnar. I have to throw that one just straight in there. I have to. You took Kevin Owens away from me.
See, I was going to get Brock as well. So... I mean... Where does my mind want to go from here, though, is the question. Do I want to try and stop you?
Let me look at... I'm trying to help you out. 1, 2... You have 3 tag teams. You technically have 3 female wrestlers. 4, sorry. If I got that Cora Jade. Your U.S. division is built around... If Roman... Obviously, he has to take one of them. So you only have... Dexter,
see, the thing
Bray,
is,
Cody, or Seth.
None of us, like neither of us, have picked any women's wrestlers.
Candice.
So there's still plenty out there. I'm not worried about the. You've taken Candice and Damage Control. That's it.
No,
and Nia Lyons and Stark, but.
Okay.
We're about even with women. And you have the women's tag titles.
That is true.
Think about that.
All right.
But I'm going with the man with the plan. Not Brian Kendrick. This dude's working a little bit of magic with that briefcase in his hand to give me Austin Theory.
Who did you pick after Kevin and Sammy?
Huh?
Who did you pick after Kevin and Sammy?
Austin Theory.
Why is mine not listing?
You picked
Imperium,
Brock,
then Brock.
And I picked Theory.
Oh yeah, I guess it is how that goes, isn't it?
We're on round 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, okay. I got it. But my thing just was not lining up properly on the pages. I don't know how or why. I might have missed a pick earlier. But it's fine. Because you know who Austin's going to miss out on now? Rhea freaking Ripley. He can't get pegged by her if she's not on a show.
Oh, trust me, I still can. That's tough because I looked at her earlier and I was like, bro, I need to get her. I know he's gonna steal her from me.
Well, I was only doing it because you decided to make fun of my women's division again.
You know, talking about the women's division, I'm gonna pick another tag team. 2 really good people in ring. Taking in someone here is also injured, so we're going. Actually, no, never mind. She's not injured. She was just gone for a while. Give me Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Ooh.
Nikki ASH, whatever the hell you want to call her. That's huge
it's
for
back
the
to
women's
Cross.
division.
Okay. That slightly hurts me because I was gonna... couldn't pair up with Asuka, so ow.
Also, um, explaining another rule. Managers will just go with whoever they're drafted with. So, like, Maurice would go with the
Okay,
Miz,
so I have
so on and so forth.
Scarlett with Karrion.
Yeah. Not
Alright.
that Scarlett has ever actually done anything in ring in WWE, but
Technically.
Is
T-Bar back to Donovan Dijakovic?
Yes.
Or do they just have
But
him listed as that?
He hasn't been back on TV as
I was going through and I
but
just
there
saw
was-
that. That's pretty...
There's a video of him, like, dropping the mask and all of that.
That'll make NXT... Ooh, I just about said anorexic. That was a strong Floridian slip there. And... Nope, she's still technically fired. Never mind. What were they? Were they ever released from the contracts?
Who?
Naomi and
Talking about
Sasha.
Yes, they were.
They were officially released. Oh. No.
Like I said, you can't pick on returns. If they're injured, that's different. But they left. I specifically said those names earlier when we were talking about the rules. I said no Sasha Banks or Naomi.
I didn't hear that part.
Specifically for that reason. Because I knew
they were a tag team from March 18th, 2022 to July 24th, 2022. I kind of enjoyed what they did. I'm going to go with Natalya and Shayna Baszler.
Good pick.
They weren't the best tag team, but you have two submission experts in the ring. One is from the Heart Dungeon. The other one is a well-trained MMA background.
Oh, man. You know what I should have done earlier?
Pick Shayna Baszler?
I should have picked Shayna with
woman.
Ronda.
Oh, yeah.
Because they just this past week, Ronda came out with Shayna. I should have done that. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah?
That's tough. Huge slip up on my part. Could have been a huge 2-for-1 swing there. But, regardless, something neither of our shows have is a like, big dude yet. You have Brock, but he's not like...
I have Bobby
like
Lashley.
the Braun Strowman.
I got
They aren't like the Omos or the Braun Strowmans.
Who are you picking?
I'm talking like... I don't know who I'm picking. I saw Strowman's name and it clicked. It made me realize. Do I want to go women's division once again? Now, I'm going to do a little research here. Because...
Okay. I can do that. I can do that.
I'm not sure... Okay. Yep. This next pick's another tag team. Two of my favorite women.
It's what I just put down. It's what I just put down.
Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I want Flair and Becky Lynch.
Were they ever actually a tag team?
Yes, they were. They were a tag team when they were teaming up with Paige. And they also did multiple tag team matches afterwards. They're also a part of the Four Horsewomen. So...
You can't draft all of the Four Horsewomen together. You make that sound, but you act like I was ever going to draft Charlotte. I fucking hate Charlotte.
I need a women's tag division, and I finally have it.
I don't know if they want to be a tag team after what happened after the title exchange. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody's got a price.
Bet you completely forgot about that, didn't you?
No, I remember that, but it builds story around it.
You did not remember that when you drafted them.
It builds story around it. And I only slightly forgot about it. I remember them throwing titles at each other, and that's about...
Now,
tag division.
There was one team you could have drafted, and it would have made everything so much better. But you didn't. So now, I get to bolster up my women's division, hopefully. Seeing, because like I said, doing more research here. This would have been really, really nice if Sasha Banks was back. But I'll grab another good woman. Give me Bayley and Carmella. You could have drafted Bayley and Becky Lynch. But you didn't. You could have got the third member of Damage Control along with the man, but you didn't. So give me Bayley and Carmella.
When were they a tag team? Sir? Zelina Vega and Rosita. Well, it's Zelina Vega, Rosita with Carmella. The Fabulous Truth with R-Truth. Lana, Natalya, and Tamina. The fourth one of the four horsewomen was Charlotte, Bayley, Becky, and Sasha. When were they a tag team, sir?
COVID era. And the Thunderdome.
We are counting random put together tag teams. That's how we're doing this.
Hey, we can switch it if you want, and I'll just draft Bayley. Either way, I'm getting Bayley. Do you care about Carmella that much?
No.
Are you gonna fight over Carmella like that? They spent a lot of time tagging. They spent a lot of time tagging in their NXT days.
I might have been putting it with Zelina Vega.
That's literally what this says right here. They have also worked together on the main roster and found success, proving that WWE knows that they're a good partnership.
I might have been putting her with Zelina Vega, but New Day, I'll take Street Profits. I had to erase my pick of Carmella and Zelina. So, I'm taking Street Profits. That puts my tag teams at Imperium, Street Profits, and Rosawaits.
Also, what was your pick? What was your pick before the Street Profits?
Flair and Becky. That's what I'm saying. I think somehow we got turned around on who was picking.
No, we didn't. I just didn't write down your last pick.
I only have two more pre-picks, and then I'm scrambling.
Going down the final 5 rounds here, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of both of the rosters drafted. For me, I've got Seth Rollins, Bianca, Bray, Cody Rhodes, Ronda Rousey, DIY, Rated RKO, Cora Jade, Index, Owens and Zayn, Austin Theory, Bliss and Cross, Raquel and Shotzi, and then just drafted in round 15, Bayley and Carmella. Looking at Eli's, Eli has all of Imperium, Candice LeRae, Bobby Lashley, Damage Control, without Bayley, Finn Balor, the Broserweights, the Coffee Bros, Lyons and Stark, Karrion, Brock, Rhea, Shayna Baszler, about said Natty. Well, I guess she could be Natty. Natalya, Flair and Becky, and then recently drafted the Street Profits. And then as well, both rosters get Roman and the Usos.
Yeah. So,
I'm in a weird spot here. Because my last 3 picks have been women. So I think I'm good on... And all 3 of them have been tag teams. So I've
that's what
6 women.
I've done my women's tag division. I've done my men's tag division. There's nothing left for either of us to do but just run through a bunch of big, meaty men slapping each other.
Well, this man is not as big. He's not as meaty. But it should have been him! Give me Dolph Ziggler.
Alright. I'll take your Dolph Ziggler and raise you a Tyler Bate. He's still young.
Tyler Bate?
Yep. He is still young. He has held the NXT UK Championship. He has held the NXT UK Heritage Cup. He was a former NXT UK Tag Team Champion, which puts him as an NXT Triple Crown, technically speaking. And as long as he gets booked properly in either NXT here in the States or NXT Europe when that starts up, or gets moved to the main roster under Triple H's vision, because he is one of Triple H's and Hunter's men, he could be potentially a really good wrestler going forward.
See, and you say that, but I'm going to draft someone that's just slightly older, but has already proved that he's got the chops. Another NXT talent, give me Dragunov. I'm not going to say his first name because I always
Doja.
fuck it up. Yeah.
Doja. That's not a bad one. Because him versus Cody. Him versus Cody, I would love to see. Honestly, looking at this. Him versus Cody would be good. Him versus Dolph would not be bad. Dolph just flopping all over the ring. Him and Theory going up against each other would be a flop fest around the ring, pretty much.
Owens and Zayn. I mean, I think he fits in very, very well with this men's roster.
That's why I pulled Tyler Bate in mind. I have a lot of young people who... Pete Dunne's also there. So him and Pete Dunne, for whatever reason, Broserweights separate. You could put Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate together, or add Tyler Bate to them and add a comedic aspect to it. Nothing comedic about strong style wrestling, though. Which is why I'm picking Shinsuke Nakamura, a former Intercontinental Champion, a former WWE Champion. I don't think he's been Tag Team Champion. Can't wait for that one. He's been a U.S. Champion, though, and a former NXT Champion. I think 2-time. So
you, as soon as you said strong style, that's what you
I had to. He's the one going through the forbidden door.
Oh. Now, the question here is, what do I want to do?
I have my next two down on paper. I'm hoping you don't either take them or do something with them.
Well, there's one name that I've been looking at this entire draft, and I have not picked. And I'm looking to see if there's anyone else
what?
I'd rather have over him.
I'm changing it. I'm changing my...
And I gotta tell you, there's not very many that I'd rather have over him. Give me AJ Styles.
I legit just erased him off my thing. He's the one I said I was changing.
Good, because I've literally been eyeing him this entire draft.
I was too, and it was last second.
Fact that I get him at 18. AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. AJ Styles versus Edge. AJ Styles versus Randy. AJ Styles versus Owens. Zayn. Bro. AJ Styles versus Dolph.
I'm trying to find people that you left out.
I'm telling
This is
you.
honestly, both rosters have some big names on them. They're in some weird arrangements. You can't say they're not, especially with some of the tag teams we have. Like Bayley and Carmella. And Natalya and Shayna. And then, Flair and Becky. Obviously, I had to deal with that one.
Honestly, the likelihood of all of these tag teams staying together are very slim.
Yeah, no.
Let's be completely honest.
we booked ourselves into hell on the tag division.
Honestly, the way I was looking at it, you're drafting these to get 2 for 1, have them run for like a month, and then split them up. Honestly.
Pretty much.
Except for you have to have women's tag teams.
Yeah, no, I have to keep them together. I can stick Candace with somebody. Man.
Who?
I want to stick with this name, but I want to change it.
You have no one to stick Lorray with.
Oh, if one of them breaks up. Oh, dude. Ah!
These are the tough rounds.
I'm just gonna say I have Drew and Big E as my final two. I'm erasing Big E, and I don't think you should pick him for this one reason. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not picking him.
There's
He
a
is
reason why I didn't lump him in with the New Day because he's not
too
coming
big of a
back.
chance. There's too big of a chance that he's either not coming back, and if he does come back, that's it. It's he gets hurt again, he may be done permanently in life. Drew, he's fallen off, man. he fell off. He won at Crown Jewel. There's a little result for you guys. He won at
He
Crown
was
Jewel,
extremely sick as well. He was very sick.
but
He had the flu.
I just him and Roman is stupid anymore. Putting him against Bobby Lashley, I can't see anything good out of it. Brock, there's nothing good to put him with. Finn Balor may be a decent match, but I can't risk it not being. I'm going to NXT for this one.
That's honestly
I'm picking up Braun Breaker.
That's, I mean, honestly, if he was still there at 19 or 20, that's probably who I would have taken as well.
He's young. He's Steiner through and through. And who wouldn't love a good Steiner math promo before an IC title match? With him versus Gunther and Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley. In a triple threat match, that would be an amazing main event. And him versus Roman could be an amazing one too. So I got to stick with Braun on that one. And I got to find the last pick because Big E, I just can't. And good, I just can't. Because he gets hurt, guess who that falls back on? He dies, guess who that falls back on?
It would happen on your brand.
Yeah.
Oh. I've gotta find something here.
I gotta find that last man. I like how Gable Stevenson's on this, but he hasn't done anything with WWE.
You know what?
What?
I've got an idea here. I've got an idea.
What? You know what? Do you know what? I'm gonna do this.
I want to pull the trigger on this, though. I think I do.
I think you're gonna say the name I just wrote down.
No. Definitely not. This is so far out there. This is the little juice we need to carry us to the end.
Mustafa Ali or Mansoor?
No.
Oh.
You said Drew has had nothing to do. He said he's fallen off. When was the best times of Drew's best? How do I want to word this?
Best part of Drew's career?
No. That's what I was going to say, but it's not true. The most loved by the fans, I should say.
Back when he was on the independent scene, I guess.
Right before that.
Teaming up with Cody Rhodes.
There was a little stable called 3MB. Give me Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. We're getting the band back together.
That's the 2MB?
It would be great. Jinder has nothing to do. Drew has nothing to do. I just gave him something to do.
You have to, with that, you have to have them and Sammy and Kevin Owens do something.
All I'm saying is if that happens, I think Heath would be more open to a comeback.
So we each have one pick left, right? Was that it?
You have two.
I have 2 picks left?
Yes, because we're in round 19.
Oh, yeah. I've been riding ahead, haven't I? Logan
Who
Paul.
did you just draft? I said no
Logan.
Logan Paul. I
You said
specifically said no Logan Paul.
I wasn't paying attention before the call.
I specifically said
Who did
no
I draft
Logan
before
Paul.
that? Was Braun Breaker.
Okay. Because we were looking at the part-time wrestlers, and I said no John Cena, no Logan Paul, and Maurice would just go with The Miz. And Brock Lesnar and Edge aren't really part-time. I mean, I guess they are, but...
Santos Escobar, then.
Interesting.
And since Selena is not wrestling, or hasn't wrestled yet,
She can go with them.
she comes to Santos.
That's.
I still get Zelina on my roster.
My mind was in the same exact spot as you, with the idea of bringing a manager, but it's a question of, do I want to pick somewhat smart here?
The
Do I
Miz.
want to pick one up? That's who I'm thinking. I'm thinking The Miz. But
Who was the other one? I'm not going to pick him. Maybe. Because if you're looking at Miz, see, she doesn't have a manager anymore.
No, she doesn't. But I'm sure I could do a
Well,
little
she's
bit
not a
digging
manager
and
anymore.
find her in a tag team with somebody.
You won't. Yes, you would, but I have her. I have her.
Who?
Dakota Kai.
No, there was one not too long ago. It was shortly after the switch, I'm pretty sure. I forget what it was, but... I'm taking The Miz. Taking The Miz. As much as I love Wendy Chu, we can sign her on after the draft. She can be an undrafted free agent. We'll sign her on. I'm going with The Miz. Miz
You're lucky I said I wouldn't pick her. She had a tag team. It's not a good tag team partner, though. Roxanne Perez.
Who was it?
Roxy. Exactly. You didn't. You didn't miss much there.
Taking The Miz. Miz and Maurice are the final picks onto my roster.
Man. See, I want to pick LA Knight, but...
Oh, man, that'd be nice. I completely forgot about LA Knight, honestly.
But he's not faring really well on the main roster right now.
Well, he hasn't had time to get his thing going yet.
I don't think he would fare well on your roster either.
I'm fully confident that we could put almost anyone on my roster and be okay. With just the sheer diversity that I have.
This final pick's gonna kill me. I forgot Emma was back.
Emma is back. That is true.
That one was a little... I was scrolling through and saw Emma, and I was very confused on why.
Yeah, out of all the people you could bring back, why are you going Emma? I don't know.
I'm not. I just saw it.
Well, I was talking in general. Like, that was kind of eyebrow raising as well for me. I was like, what the fuck?
Do I do it or do I not do it? Do I do it
It's
or do
your
I not
last
do it?
pick.
Do I do it or do I not do it? Shit. I gotta find what she goes under. I gotta go to the NXT real quick. Hang on. I don't think they have her on here. They do. Okay, I'm gonna do... Let's see. I have, in my women's division, I have Candice LeRae, right? You took Indy Hartwell away from me.
You knew
So
that would happen.
I've had Candace by herself the whole time.
You have the women's tag team titles as well, so
I have a good men's tag division, and I have a pretty solid solo division. There's a lot of good matchups that could come out of it.
well. Plus, like I said earlier, high likeliness that the tag teams just break up and become solo acts as well. So,
and that puts Pete Dunne. That gives you either one of Imperium would be decent. The Coffee Bros, Mark and Joe Coffee, are really good. I'm going to give Candace a partner. Yep. I'm going to give Candace a partner.
That's a good pick.
Because I can smell what The Rock is cooking. I can smell what's in the genetics. I can smell what's in the genetics. I'm going to give her a chance. I'm picking Ava Raine.
I'm speechless. She just debuted. We have not seen her do anything on TV in the ring. There is nothing. There is nothing.
I'm picking Ava Raine. I'm picking Ava Raine.
My.
Because I could have Dwayne Johnson pop up onto my show if he wanted to as her manager.
But you aren't drafting her for The Rock. You're drafting her for her.
She becomes a tag team. The Rock could always show up. The Rock comes.
My.
If we get The Rock on a random contract for a part-time gig against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, guess who brought him to WWE again? It wasn't your show. It was my show. I know. I'm taking a huge. You know who else I was going to book? A draft.
Who?
I was going through it. I'm going through. I'm like, oh yeah, Braun Strowman may not be bad. Carmelo Hayes may not be bad. And I kept looking back at this thing. I'm like, Candice LeRae's missing a tag partner, so I got to go to my women. And I was scrolling through, and I stopped. Can you read out the name that's right there? Who that is?
Asuka? No one drafted Asuka.
I was almost going to draft her for Candice LeRae's tag team partner.
You should have.
I decided against it.
I had this idea before. I'm going to give you and myself, if I want to, you get to switch one pick.
We get one trade proposal?
No. You get, like, if you drafted someone and you're thinking about it now and you're like, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Oh, I get to swap one pick.
You get to swap.
Are you telling me I need to swap Ava Raine?
No. You can swap Finn Balor for all I care. You have one that you can swap, just like I do.
Do your pick and let me quickly look through. I have a team that I might want to swap through.
I wholeheartedly don't think I want to switch anyone.
I have a team I may want to pick.
I am very, very happy with my roster. Very, very happy with my roster. Actually, there is one pick I might switch.
If they were formerly a manager, can I pull them as a wrestler for the partner? They're a part of the same faction. Xia Li.
Yeah.
And Wendy Chu. Am I allowed to do that?
Oh, you want that tag team? You want him as a tag team?
I was going to get rid of Lyons and Zoe. Which one's better? Lyons and Zoe or Xia Li and Wendy Chu?
When did they tag team?
Wendy Chu was Mei Ying when she debuted in NXT. Because she was sitting on a throne. And she would sit on the throne. And Boa and Wendy Xia Li would come down, and she would just sit on the throne. She then became Wendy Chu.
So she never wrestled under that. She just sat there and did nothing.
Yes. Does that not work?
Well,
I am fine if that does not work.
I'm looking at mine, making sure I didn't do the same thing. I'll let you have it, because I that's not what I'd switch my pick to anyway. So I'll
good, because I'm doing Toxic Attraction.
Well, what members of Toxic Attraction? You can't have all of Toxic Attraction.
Gigi Dolan,
either Mandy
and Mandy
Rose.
Rose.
Have Mandy Rose. No, they don't wrestle together all the time.
Gigi and Lacey. I'll get the booty duo.
It's honestly still probably better pick than Alliance and Star.
Yeah, they've at least been champions. The other two keep getting injured. I had to. I keep looking at that tag team, and it's...
See, and you wouldn't have picked this pickup anyway. I'm trying to see if there's someone I'd rather have.
I kept Evelyn just because we don't know what she's capable of. In my head, I think that she's able to prove herself as a good wrestler. Now watch, I say that, and next week on NXT, she gets the piss beat out of her. She loses to Wendy Chu with a freaking sleeping body splash that she does.
God damn it.
Can I say something real quick? Anymore. This reminds me of when me and you would do, like, Monday, SmackDown vs. Raw online and do, like, General Manager mode or something on the PS2. Just, like, trying to pick a people against each other and go against each other, trying to build off the best show.
So,
never won those. Man. I never won those. What?
The only pick I would get rid of is Ronda. So I'm trying to see if there is a pick that would outweigh...
I wasn't picking her up either way.
See, that's why I said it doesn't matter. I'm thinking Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
Ooh.
That is a really weird switch for that, but I love Ricochet.
They could be a good tag team. I don't... No, that's a good pick.
Well, they have been a tag team.
You still have a pick, by the way.
I know, that's why I'm thinking. See,
you could always pick them and then swap one out with somebody else. Just gonna put that in there.
No, this would be my swap. That's what I'm saying.
I know, I'm saying you could do the tag team as a pick and then swap Ronda Rousey out with somebody else if you wanted.
No, I don't have any more picks. I'm out of picks. The Miz was my last pick. So I'm now into my swap.
I have 19 people for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 20.
Like I said, I missed somebody.
Yeah, I don't know who you missed.
That was probably when I was trying to mess around with my own freaking list because you stole Johnny Gargano and I had to fix a bunch of shit.
Hey, that's not my fault.
Asshole.
You should have took him sooner.
You judged me for thinking I was going to take him the first round. You got a train going past you.
I do have a train going past me. It's actually crazy how that picked it up. Because
I was like,
I can barely hear it, and it somehow picked it up.
that
See, I'm doing a lot of digging right now. I can't find anything. Which is aggravating.
like, what are you trying to look for? A tag team or?
I was looking for a tag team with Rey Mysterio.
Well, you took Edge.
Yeah, that's literally the only one. The rest
I'm gonna
of
help
them
you
have
out.
all been.
I'm gonna help you out real quick.
I'm
gonna help you
not
out real
taking
quick.
Dominic, bro.
If my thing does. I'm not saying Dominic. I'm not even saying Rey Mysterio. You have AJ Styles, right?
I indeed do.
Mm-hmm. Work with me, yeah, man.
You talking about the Good Brothers?
I'm saying you could take the Good Brothers.
See, and I've been eyeing them all draft too. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, we'll do that. Fuck Ronda Rousey. Give me the Good Brothers.
There it is. Now that gives
Hopefully
you some.
hopefully they fucking stay.
That gives you a better tag division. Not that you didn't have
Like
a good
I
one,
needed a better. I was about to say like I needed a better tag division.
but it gives you a little bit more.
And with that, the Ace in the Hole podcast redraft is closed. So looking back at the rosters here after the pick swaps, Eli's roster will start with his first. Eli has Gunther, Candice LeRae, Bobby Lashley, Damage Control, Finn Balor, the Broserweights, the Coffee Bros, Toxic Attraction, Karrion Kross, Imperium, Brock Lesnar.
It sucks I
Rhea
don't
Ripley.
get call.
Well, I
really
mean,
does.
you do, just with
Roman.
Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler and Natalia, Charlotte and Becky, the Street Profits, Tyler Bate, Shinsuke Nakamura, Braun Breaker, Santos Escobar, and his last pick was Ava Rain. Moving on to my roster, I have Seth freaking Rollins, Bianca Belair, Bray Wyatt, Cody Rhodes, the Good Brothers, DIY, Rated RKO, Corey Jade, Index, New Day, Owens.
Ah, that's what I missed.
What'd you miss?
New Day.
Oh.
I forgot about him.
Owens and Zayn, Austin Theory, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, Raquel Gonzalez. Is it
And Shotzi.
Gonzalez or is it Rodriguez?
It's now Rodriguez. It was Gonzalez.
And Shotzi, Bailey and Carmella, Dolph Ziggler, Ilja Dragunov. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Okay. AJ Styles. We're bringing back the 3-man band as the 2-man band with Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. And then The Miz and Maurice were my last pick. Honestly, I don't even think it's close. I think my roster is astronomically better than yours. But
I have
might have to
no. I have Gunther. I have Bobby Lashley. Two big men hitting each other. You also can tell a story with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar as they did at Crown Jewel last night. But wasn't last night? It was Saturday. Yeah, it was last night. I'm tired, man. You have Shinsuke Nakamura, who can easily take on any of them. You have a decent women's tag team division. Candice LeRae and Ava Rain are kind of out there. They're there. They're there to be there. They get paid no matter what. Street Profits is a good tag team division. Broserweights adds to it. Coffee Bros adds to it. Imperium really adds to it because I have all of Imperium. And you can always
all the OC.
Yeah. I'll take Imperium versus OC. Imperium versus OC. Let's do it at Survivor Series.
My thing is, I feel like everything that you picked, I have someone that's better, or a tag team that's better, or a woman who's better. That's just how I feel. It could also be just personal preference, but I truly feel like my roster is head and shoulders.
It could be personal preference, yeah. Let's see. Theory. We have Theory there. We also have Index there. We have Rated RKO, which, back in the day, I don't think we ever lost. I don't think we ever beat Rated RKO back in the day. Am I wrong about that?
My thing with Theory is he has the Money in the Bank contract. He has the opportunity to take a title or both titles off of Roman and bring it to my show.
He gets beat every time. He gets beat before he can cash in every time.
I have someone take the briefcase off of him. Give the briefcase to Ziggler. Give the briefcase to one of the members of DIY. I have so many storylines.
Don't play to my heartstrings. Don't play to my heartstrings with DIY, you asshole.
I'm just saying I could. I have so many things that I can do.
All in all, I enjoyed this, though. This was a little fun thing.
I thought it was really fun.
We gotta do more episodes like this every now and then.
And that's how I'm feeling. Like, maybe every once in a while, like, say if we can't get
a lot of
an actual
news.
episode done. Yeah. Or, like, yeah, if there just isn't a lot of news, we'll do something like this. And it'd be even better with Cliff. We're already over an hour. We're nearing an hour 20.
We can yell at Cliff. Yeah.
Cliff will be the decider here. Cliff will decide who won this.
See, I think I played to his heartstrings with Gunther, along with Bobby, Brock, Imperium, and the Coffee Bros. Ava Raine may screw me over, though.
I definitely think
Ava Raine.
Think mine is better.
Ava Raine screws me so.
That's honestly why I gave you the swap.
Here's my main reason behind it. Let me explain just real quick. I pick Ava Raine because yes, we haven't seen anything yet. My main thing is you put in Ava Raine, who is a part of the who? What family is she a part of?
Faction, I don't.
No,
we're
taking her away from that. She's not a part of it.
Okay.
Exactly.
The Rock's.
Yeah, we're taking her away from that shit show. So, you have a chance of The Rock always appearing every now and then with it. Or coming in.
We'll have that with Roman Reigns.
And who could draw... Exactly, you could draw Roman Reigns into it, and I get the satisfaction of The Rock coming to my show and being on my show every now and then, compared to doing some promos over to yours.
You know what's crazy?
What?
They wouldn't want The Rock to be on a show that's not pulling ratings. That would be the whole reason for The Rock to show up, is to try and improve your ratings, to try and match me.
Hey, AEW did it with CM Punk.
But they're one brand. That's not two. But I think we got to wrap this up here. We're almost at an hour 20.
Stan Hansen's the best. Me and you are not good time managers sometimes.
Well, it also would help if I was actually looking at the time rather than looking.
I've been looking at it every now and then, and no, and you.
I have not.
Me and you in a call never goes very well with time management.
But I'll go ahead and say this for Cliff. The year of 2024 is going to be the craziest year in pro wrestling.
It really is at this point.
But
Stan
you let us
is the
know
best.
who you think You let us know. I'll attach the poll. I'll attach a poll to the podcast when it gets sent out, and you tell us who you think won. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I can hold Q&As on the podcast if I wanted to.
The next predictions episode, we have to have a poll on who did the best prediction card.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to try and work better on, is engagement with those who are listening. Yeah. You at home, you in your car, you laying in bed, whoever's listening to us.
Hi, John.
Thank you once again for. Thank you all for listening to us. Love you. We appreciate the hell out of it. I know Cliff does. He's in fryer hell right now, but I know he appreciates the shit out of it. I know Eli and I do. This is something we just sit down. It's fun for us, so we really like that you guys are also enjoying it.
Back
while Eli's pulling that up, I'm gonna give my spiel. Be kind to one another. Love yourselves. Take care of yourselves. November is actually Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, so keep that in mind when you're talking to the males that you love. Really anyone that you love. Just keep it in mind that you don't know what they're going through, and just it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. The Rock said that. Right, Eli. Continue with what you were going to say.
7 years ago, you talk about me and you appreciating this. 7 years ago, me and you made a channel. 7 years ago, it's taken 7 years for it to hit 103 views. We hit 103
exactly
views.
What you're talking about.
We are sitting in almost the exact same color of shirts. We are sitting.
Was it?
Imagine
7 years ago to the day.
I gotta look at that one. It's been 7 years. It's been. Let's see. It's been 7 years. No, May 27th, 2015.
Okay, so nowhere close.
No. Next year it'll be 8. But imagine those two seeing this. Seeing this whole podcast and what we're doing with it. I think about that
all the time. Just like younger me seeing me now. Like, I wonder if he would look forward to what's happening now.
I think they'd be questioning why we don't have some gold around our waists, but you know.
Well, we've got the proverbial gold, and doing something that we enjoy for other people to enjoy. That's really all this is about. This isn't about we joke about sponsors and all that, but it's not about that. It's about the love of the game, the love of pro wrestling, and just trying to convey that to you guys. For anyone that's listened this long, for damn near an hour and a half, but yeah, as you're almost choking, dying over there. If you guys like this, make sure you reach out, or like I said, I'll put out a poll and I'll attach a Q&A as well. If you like this, if you didn't like it, if you'd rather have stuff like this weekly versus the results, I'm sure we'd all love to do that as well. But wrapping it up here, Eli, Stan Hansen's the best. Cliff, War 2024. Me, love yourself, be kind. I'm going back to the old outro since no one stole it from me this week.
I was thinking about it. I didn't.
Just remember, we've got you covered because we're your ace in the hole. We'll catch you on down the road.